The first time that this country is coming to terms with such disaster, but it's one that it never gets used to. Whenever it happens, emotions run very hard.
Well, Yvonne Aki-Sawyerr is Mayor of Freetown, but she's in the UK at the moment for the COP26 summit. We're so glad you can give us some time, Mayor Aki-Sawyerr. What are you hearing about how so many people could have come to be killed and injured?
It's as, thank you very much. It's as it has been reported already. This is a result of the crowd coming towards the tanker, trying to get petrol, and unfortunately, somewhere, perhaps a cigarette butt, and the explosion happened. Devastating, with 98 dead and 92 injured, very, very severe injuries. I've been speaking to doctors. This is a level 2 disaster, which means the National Disaster Management Agency is in the lead. I've joined them on conference calls today, working also with our Freetown team, the council team, trying to see how best we can support the injured and also play our role in matching families to the dead people. Very, very devastating.
It is devastating. I understand that you're getting constant updates. I think our viewers might want to know, why would so many people run towards a burning oil tanker?
It wasn't burning. That's the point. When the accident happened, it's still not, it's obviously still not a very good thing to do. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It sounds irrational. But at the time of the accident, the fuel was leaking. It was, as I understand, it was gushing away, and some of the Okada riders, the motorbike riders, began to take containers to fill up the fuel. It was whilst they were close to the tanker that the explosion happened. Road safety issues, real crowd management issues. They're just a stream of things which need to be understood, need to be looked at and investigated. But yes, huge loss of life. But at this point, the investigation has to happen. The questions need to be asked. But the primary focus right now is to help those with these 100% burns. I've spoken to doctors, as I've said, and they've got a big job on their hands. Need to make sure they've got the medical equipment, they've got the staffing, they've got the beds to treat all of these people. And very, very sadly, the emotional scenes of family members trying to identify or at least come to terms with the fact that unidentified bodies may be those of their loved ones.
Have you asked for help from outside, especially when dealing with such severe burns problems?
We've just come off a meeting at the council, and that's one of the things that we've got to be very clear about. At the city level, we are going to be playing a supporting role. This is a level 2 disaster, means it's led by the national government, and we expect that they will be making those calls to the international agencies. That notwithstanding, we have a network of partnerships locally and internationally, and we will do all we can to lean into those. We're very grateful for the offers of help that are already coming, many of them from Freetonians, people in the city and diaspora, saying, how can we help? And we've been in one meeting with the MDMA. We'll meet with them again later today, and we'll ensure that this is a well-coordinated response. We will do everything we can at the city level to provide the support, but we recognize that this is, there are people caught up in that, who are traveling out of the city. They just happen to be moving by in vehicles. So we will respect the structures, and we'll let that leadership come from the national government, but we'll provide all the support and coordination for our residents that we possibly can.
And talking of leadership, you haven't cut short your visit to the COP summit. You're proceeding with your visit as planned.
No, I am not doing that. I'm actually, I would have caught a flight this morning, but by the time we got the news, it was the early hours of the morning. I probably sort of midnight, and one needs to take a COVID test before you can get on a plane. So the very first plane I can get onto is tomorrow morning. So I will be leaving first thing in the morning. I had already left Glasgow. I was in London planning to come. I had other meetings here, planning to travel on Tuesday, but I will be leaving first thing in the morning.
I'm glad you've been able to tell us that, and I'm glad you've been able to give us some of your time. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.